everybody, and welcome back to some more FTB Skies 2. Today, we are going to be progressing through the industrial foregoing quest line. So that way we can go ahead and get ourselves a laser drill. And I am going to be going for an ore laser drill. Now, even though I have the G-ores and also some mystical agricultures, which really haven't helped me very much, I'm still not getting enough resources. Granted, I haven't exactly set up a system to smelt these guys yet. I have a basic idea as to what I want to do, but even with those, it still may not end up being enough. I want to be able to get even further when it comes to machinery. It really is only just going to be a question of if I'll be able to power it. And I won't know unless I put myself knee-deep into trouble. But even if I don't have enough power, Industrial Foregoing does actually have a few good generation options on its own, so it should be fine. The main thing that I really want to actually get out of it, though, is actually going to be, osmium right here. So we're going to set up a laser drill today. But for us to get there, we need to progress through a lot of other things. First and foremost, we need to get a latex system going. Now, latex is very easy. We're going to need a latex processing unit, but we'll need to get latex first. And of course, we're going to need a lot of these pity machine frames. Well, let's go ahead and start with just one for right now, since we are going to need another redstone block for our latex processing unit specifically. And then I believe I shouldn't need any more redstone blocks for anything else. So we can go happy. We cannot go happy. I'm out of iron. So I guess I'll just go ahead and make 5 or 6 of these for now, since that should be what I'm gonna need. There we go. Now we should have everything for... Did I have another one? Oh, wait, no, I made 6. Oh, okay. Well, here we go. Now we should have everything for those. And there we go. Now we got our fluid extractor and our latex processing unit all ready and ready to go. And this does already give me some acacia. But what we do is we put these guys here, and you can see this little spot here. This is where it's going to start blending to be able to extract latex from logs. And different logs give different amounts of latex. And it's tripled when it's powered. I don't have a power for it right now. I will try to hook something up in a second, but for the moment, what we need to focus on is the fact that acacia does give the most out of any other. So I should probably actually go ahead and set up a small farm to be able to get more acacia wood, which I could probably just go ahead and buy an acacia from here. Yes, I can.
Later.
Alrighty, so I set up a few things when it comes to this. So I got these all hooked up to power with these energy pipes. Very simple recipe. Also made fluid pipes, which also have a similar recipe, which is just pulling from this generator over here, which was powering the builder. But since it's not active now, I just decided to pull it all over to here. They are running it very, very low. But at the same time, it is at least functioning enough to where these guys were able to pull successfully from the thing. So I can't complain too much when it comes to this, because we did get ourselves plenty of latex. So now, we can go ahead and pipe this out down into here, to then turn into our silicone. But we can't do it just yet, because we do still need one more thing, and that is a sink. Now, hopefully, this does have an infinite water source in it, and it's not that bum sink. But if we go ahead and put this in, okay, it should be the infinite water source one. So if I go ahead and pull from the right, there we go. We should now start getting our dry rubber. That is good. Okay, so it is going to drain a butt ton of power to do this. I'm probably going to need more of these generators, or probably just to get a better power source than these iron furnaces, in all honesty. But either way, we are getting ourselves our dry rubber. Now, I could just go ahead and hook up another furnace over to here and get these guys all automated, but given the power constraint, I mean, it's probably not worth it, because I'm not going to get any more than I'm already getting. So, that's fine. Here we go. We now have ourselves our first bits of plastic, which also gets me a little bit more. A snowball for blue ice? You couldn't have showed up 2 episodes ago! Yeah. Get out of here. I think I hurt its feelings, but I don't care. So now that we've gotten ourselves our plastic, we can now move on and make ourselves our next thing called the dissolution chamber. I'm gonna need to grab another bucket and also a diamond gear. But after that, we can then go ahead and make ourselves our chamber. There we go. That's the next thing. And then I actually unlocked some stuff in the FTB shop. See, the problem is I have no way of knowing where it unlocked. So the only thing I can assume is that it was probably this one with the add-ons. So yeah, I get it from the dissolution chamber. Okay, so it was that one with the add-ons. Because this thing does have add-ons for this that lets me actually increase how much it goes up by. But here we go. Now we got our chamber ready, and we can already put in some fluids to be able to make our next steps. Because the next thing we need is to make ourselves a simple machine frame, an upgrade of our pity machine frame that we have been using thus far. And this one does in fact use latex, so I'm gonna need to actually go ahead and balls. And I just wasted a butt ton of power with that too, that's fine. I actually shifted out for a blast furnace augment in this, just to be able to increase my power and also my power output by upgrading this to a gold furnace. Just so that way I could get this all turned on. So now we can go ahead and pump this and get ready for all of the ingredients that I'm gonna need for the simple machine frame. Because it's actually not that complex. All I need is just our pity machine frame, 2 of the plastics, 2 of these nether bricks, 2 iron, and then a golden gear. And then what's gonna happen is it's gonna slowly start processing all of this and melding all of this stuff together at the cost of a little bit of latex. And I mean, I guess the items are also costed too, but I mean, that's just a given with crafting. Thus getting us our simple machine frame. With this, the next thing on the quest line, before we can get ourselves our laser drill, is to get the advanced machine frame. For us to get this, we're gonna need something called pink slime. For us to get pink slime, the only real way outside of a bee, actually, there's a pink slime bee? Oh, I'd give a pink slime ball to a slimy bee. Oh, well, I still would need to be able to get pink slime normal way first, which is a mob slaughter factory, which means at long last, we're finally going to make a mob farm, which I probably should make an own island for.
1 minute later.
Alrighty, new island all set up and ready to go. So that is one of the 2 easy parts. Another easy part is actually going to be right here, which is to make the slaughter factory itself. That part is very easy. The difficult part is actually going to be getting a way for me to spawn the mobs in a better way. What I could do is just make a room far off away in complete darkness and just work with something like that. But there is a better way, which is actually to get myself some dreadful dirt. I would get this by getting a rotten egg and just planting it in the ground. For that, though, I would need a chicken and a whole chicken feed thing, and that would just be too much. Fortunately, I don't need to worry about that because the wandering traders actually sell them. So, I've had this dreadful dirt since day 1. I'm gonna deal with all of this off screen, and then I will show you all how the mob farm goes.
Much later.
Alrighty, I finished it. It took me a little bit to figure out how I was gonna do certain things, but behold the mob farm geode. So, what we have here is a box of smooth basalt. That way we can go ahead and block all the mobs. And I have a little light in here that will allow me to illuminate what's going on inside of here, just to make sure nothing's going wrong, or so that way I can turn off if need be. But we can go ahead and turn that back off so that way mobs will start spawning again. Then we have a mob slaughter factory right here with a range extender. Tier 5 was actually a little bit excessive, because if I go ahead and open it up, it's a little bit, but it's fine. So, now the things it kills turns into liquid meat and pink slime. The pink slime, which we get right over here. And as for how I'm powering this baby, I actually have an entangled block, which I have sent over to here. Entangled blocks are actually not that hard to get. I just needed to get a chest with 4 obsidian and some ender pearls, It was very easy. Really, the hardest part was actually getting the tinted glass, because now we actually have to get dark steel from Ender IO instead of just the normal recipe, which for that, I just needed to get a primitive alloy smelter. Very easy recipe to get. I just need a deep slate. It was all incredibly easy. It just took me a little bit. But now we finally have this baby ready, which means now we just need to go ahead and grab myself a bucket, which I somehow keep forgetting I don't have anymore. But anyway, now we can go ahead and grab this baby right here. And there we go. That then completes this quest, which then unlocks this next one. Now, before we start that, I want to complain. Look at this. Look at this, okay? We got this quest right here. Nothing normal about that. Well, I mean, actually, it's perfectly normal. And then it goes over to this one. That's perfectly fine. But this one was blocked behind this quest line. You see that little text right there that says optional task? How it's on both of these guys? If this one, the next part in the line of progression through the entire quest line, is blocked behind an optional task, it's not very freaking optional, is it? Why is it called optional task? It's not optional. It's not freaking optional. Is it that either one of these will work? Is that what it's saying it's optional for? Because it makes it seem like the whole quest part is optional and I don't need it to be able to complete the quest, which is usually what optional quest means. Either way, that's my only gripe with this. Let's go ahead and make ourselves the advanced machine. Now I'm about to do a little bit of a life hack that I like to do. So for this recipe, it only actually uses half of a bucket when it comes to this, and I'm only really going to need one at the immediate moment. So what I like to do is I like to go ahead, pull from one of the sides that I know to be able to pull the item in. There we go. Now I got the fluids. Now we can go ahead and make the recipe. Ooh, that was... I forgot I can't do it like that, but there we go. Now we can go ahead and make that, and then you can see that it's all in here now. That's a small bit of a problem, wouldn't you think? But there is a very easy solution for it, which is once this is all ready, now we have our machine, and then I just go ahead and put that onto push. And now it pushes it back into its original container, thus wasting none of the pink slime. So now we have this all ready. There is just one, well, actually technically two things we really need left. The laser drill, the normal laser drill, which is going to take another simple machine frame. I already made that, so I can already get those guys. Very simple. Just gonna take that, some more plastic, diamond, and gold gears. Very easy thing. And then our ore laser drill, which is going to take the advanced machine frame, a diamond pick, 2 diamond gears, 2 more plastic, a redstone, and 2 iron ore. The only thing I can really think to do this is to step outside and actually go into a different mod called Actually Additions. Now, this is not actually a difficult thing I'm going to need to do. I'm just going to need to get this atomic reconstructor, which takes this iron case. But for me to get that, I need black quartz. For me to get black quartz, though, is also very easy. I just need nether quartz and grains of infinity. Now, with the black quartz in hand, we can go ahead and make ourselves our iron casing, which then allows us to make ourselves our atomic reconstructor. So now, with this baby, we can almost get ourselves our iron ore, but not quite yet, because before that, we're gonna need a lens of the miner, which I may actually already have almost everything for. Yeah, I just am going to need Invar, which may be an alloy. Yeah, it is an alloy. We just need to go ahead and make ourselves a normal lens, which is another quest. There we go. And then we can make ourselves our lens of the miner. So now if I head over to wherever that quest line was, I believe it had its own one. Yeah, this guy should actually provide me with some stone right off the bat. So that's good for me. So this way I can go ahead and put this here, place this guy up front, and there we go. Awesome, man. The thing I've been looking for this whole video. The reason why I wanted to make the laser drill. I could have just done this. I went down this whole line of stuff. I tried to complete a whole quest for this. So the reason why I want osmium... That goat? I hate that goat! Okay, so fun fact. The first video of this series I recorded, as soon as I had finished recording, I faced that wretched thing for the first time. These events are going to give me a heart attack, I swear. Okay, back on track. The reason why I want osmium is that way I can start mechanism, and apparently I can just get osmium from this. And I can probably already get myself the osmium geore, because if I go ahead and find that, yeah, budding osmium. Oh, okay, wait. So this is another thing I could do. I don't even know how to do that. But the biggest thing is I would need a block of it. It appears I found out that the entire video that I have been doing thus far has been completely unnecessary. Well, I mean, I got the ore and I've already gotten this far, so I might as well make the laser drill anyways. That way we can just go ahead and get this whole ordeal sorted out. So all that's left for me to do is just go ahead and make those guys right there. And I'm moving around my buttons too much. And then we can go ahead and make this. And there we go. Now I got the ore laser drill. Alrighty, here it is. The laser drill is done. Now, you might notice the whole lava thing here and also the fact that I'm in the void. Turns out, if I wanted to get osmium, which I was able to, I needed to be at a minimum Y level of 5 and a maximum of 36. So I needed to go way down if I wanted to get myself some osmium. I also needed to fill up the rest of this with the gray laser lenses, as these guys were not cutting it. So now I have a chance at getting osmium. There are two other things I can get with this, which is tin and fluorite. But I mean, fluorite is actually going to be useful for me getting into mechanism. And I'm not sure what tin's going to do. So 2 out of 3. As for what's going on here with this thing. This is a heat generator. I used one of the osmiums that I had gotten earlier in order to make it. And what it does is it can either be used as a heat source to generate stuff like coal and stuff. I can throw those in here. Or I can have lava adjacent to it. And incidentally, I can also kind of waterlog it, or in this case, lava logging it. And it allows it to be able to generate the same way it would if I had source blocks. It really just needs to be flowing around it. So, there we go. Now I'm generating a bunch of power, which is all going into here, which I have a few upgrades in these guys, stuff that I got from quest rewards, you know, good stuff. And we are going to be slowly but surely generating even more of these. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to load this chunk. This is now going to start forever. Unless I'm technically in a spawn chunk. I think those are still in this version. I know those got taken out in later versions, but they should still be in this one. Actually, wait. I had been loading a lot of chunks where I lived throughout series as... Oh gosh, did I never need to load a few chunks that I've done in the past? Well, that's something to think about, but here we go. Before anything else, though, I keep forgetting to do this. I can make the temporal pouch. For those of you who don't know what this is, it is a way for me to store time and speed up things I can do. So now I can store in a bunch of time with this little baby. It was a quest, and I believe it'll actually give me a little bit of time inside of this thing now. Yeah, I've gained a minute, so that's good. And I can always buy more time in the shop if I so desire. I don't think I will buy the time. I think I will just buy my time. Anywho, though, now all that's left is to open up today's chance cube. Yes, it is that part of the show where I open up a chance cube, risking my entire series for all of your entertainment. Let's go, chance cube! Give me some good... Amanda? Amanda the panda wishes you good fortune. Did I just get a pet panda? That just rolled off the side! What the heck? I feel scarred now. That was, oh my gosh, that is not okay. Y'all better have enjoyed this video. And if you did, then be sure to check out our last FTB Skies 2 video where we got a refined storage system set up. Bye-bye!